time for the movie review of Black Widow. Black Widow, Black Widow. Oh man, talk about the notorious freaking song of Michael Jackson, which Sony faked. Yeah, that song was faked. The freaking Bible CD was faked. It's just like, damn, I'm sorry for the person who paid $25,000 for it. But anyways, let's just do with the usual thing, which is the spoiler-free version. So, spoiler-free moment. I definitely think it's deserved to be watched. Definitely does. I definitely liked it. I definitely will buy it as soon as it comes out. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna buy it. No doubts about it. What about the freaking part of where someone's like, it should have came out sooner? And it's like, where exactly did it supposed to come out? After freaking Civil War? That kind of would work, but not really. I think this is the best part of putting it here, okay? Because like if we would have done it before the character's imminent um destiny, then Scarlett Johansson wouldn't have any more money to get. Her money will all gone. The only thing will be left is just maybe one or two or three episodes of freaking what if. That's it. And then she doesn't have anything else to do anymore because no more. No more. So it's like it's good for her to actually have another freaking M paycheck then. So shit the fuck up about that crap. Sorry, but shit up. So it's good. I think it's good that it happened here. It's like it's definitely good. Anyways, let's go with some interesting, fun stuff. I'm supposed to do it non-spoiler still. Well, Hydra's involved. It's like Hydra's involved a little bit about this. So just little tidbits. It's like Hydra's involved. It brings lots more questions about what and what and what and what. And it just brings the question of like lots of things about Hydra that's like, yeah, I don't get it though. It's like, yeah, I don't freaking get it. And we'll get into it with a spoiler part. So the spoiler part is about to begin. So if you didn't watch the movie, run for your damn life. Get off this damn computer or whatever you're watching. Run for your life. I'm about to spoil the movie. What are you waiting for? Turn this off. Run. 3, 2, 1. All right. So interesting enough, freaking Natasha was actually in America in 1995 in Ohio. Yeah, she was with the Red Guardian, I guess the scientist, and also her little in quotation sister, Yelena. Yeah, I think that's her name. Anyways, it turns out they did the mission. They grabbed thing that's very, very special, the anti-life equation. It's like, yeah, damn, what the fuck? It's like, it's not really anti-life equation, but technically DC's version of it is the anti-life equation. It definitely is. So it's like a big middle finger to them being like, wait, whoa, what the fuck? But anyways, they grabbed it. They just hightailed it out of there. It looks like SHIELD, aka Hydra, definitely Hydra, had a freaking base in Ohio. And apparently they totally got screwed up the ass because, well, number one, you could tell it's Hydra because they didn't give a shit. They were shooting kids. They didn't give a shit. They were shooting at children. They did not give a shit. That's number one. Number two, damn, Hydra got fucked over. Talk about the messed up bullshit where it's like, did they actually implement it on the Winter Soldier? I don't think they did. They had a primitive version, and they most likely were going to give the newer version to the 5 super soldiers they were making in 1991. So they had them dormant, and they were waiting to get this freaking, because yeah, it's like now it's piecing together. It's like, okay, so in freaking Civil War, they would have been active if this crap did not fucking happen, which is the fact of where, actually, I think it was at the same time. I presume it's the same time. So I bet it's either A, they froze them so they can use this program that was stolen by Red Guardian and his family, or B, it was exactly at the same time and they basically were like, well, we lost that shit. What should we do now? I believe we can still control them even though we don't have it. Okay, let's see what happens. They saw what happened. It was fucking bad. And they had to freeze them. And it's like, well, how the fuck are we going to do the thing that we did a freaking few years ago? Or what we did? It's like, damn it. So it's like, you would figure Hydra at this point, it's like, we're going to kick their ass. We're going to seriously go kick their motherfucking ass. And Hydra never did. So Hydra now looks like a punk bitch. Yes. Now we got to write someone in there. So Mandarin, Iron Man acting like punk bitch when it came to Obadiah Stane screwing his ass over with one of his freaking ring organizations. Hydra looked like a punk bitch. Why? Because Red Guardian and his family stole their shit and he never actually figured out how to do it again. Thus, the Winter Soldier program, part 2, got canned up the ass. Never went for the ones who stole the shit. Yeah, just like Mandarin. Never went after Obadiah Stane, but Consolation Prize took out Trevor and tried to pwn Iron Man. It's like, damn, dude, how many freaking bad guys does it take for them to actually get the people that fucked them over? Like, geez, water under the bridge, right? It's like, dude, I would figure at this point they get pissed the fuck off. And not only that, but they're pissed the fuck off. They're gonna take their freaking soldiers that they can't control and just release them in the freaking Red Room in Russia and just say fuck this shit. You would figure they would do that because y'all guys broke their freaking Winter Soldiers. They were gonna implement that program that you just fucking stole on those 5 bastards. Since they don't have that, they're not controllable. So they're like, fuck this shit. And they should have just been like, okay, well, if you want the damn freaking shit, and I don't even know. It's like, do they even know who did it to them? I guess that's the worst part ever, where it's like, they get the number 2 slot. Number 1 spot is still the Mandarin because he knows who the fuck freaking made him look like a punk bitch. Wow, these guys do not know it was Red freaking Guardian. They did not know. They just know that they don't even know. They don't fucking know. That's the funniest part. They don't fucking know who did it to them. And that makes it even better where it's like, okay, well, no, they're not freaking punk bitches. They're just got screwed the fuck over. And it's like, it's weird that they never actually figured out who did what to them. So they got scot-free, smooth criminal. I can talk about the Mandarin all day and say how much he's a punk bitch, but we still got to talk about freaking Black Widow. So anyways, yeah, so it's 20 years later. We already see what happened with Black Widow, the fact of what she did at the airport. So since she did at the airport, now freaking Thunderbolt Ross is after her ass, and she played him for a fool, thinking that she's actually still over there, but she actually is now near Norway. She's basically like out of the country, period. So it's like, yeah, so you can get her now. So there we go. And then as for her sister, Yelena, she actually still is a part of the freaking red freaking Black Widow program, but luckily the previous Black Widow that snapped from it decided to gas her, and now she's off the mind control, and sadly she killed the person who actually was responsible to freeing her. So she had no choice but to actually send the freaking samples that actually will free Black Widows to her sister, question mark. It's like either to her sister or to the location that she's in. I don't know which one the fuck she did. But anyways, all I did is just bring trouble because, well, Taskmaster is seen. Taskmaster wanted to get the samples. Luckily, Natasha actually took the samples, and now she's running back to Budapest, which we get to know even more what happened to Budapest. So after all the stuff that happened in Budapest, I guess what freaking happened is that they had to fight for it. Actually, I think Budapest was most likely either A, they were stuck in the ducks for like a few weeks, or B, the fact of where Hawkeye had to take her out, but it turns out that she's a good guy, and then she actually had to kill a messed up madman and his daughter, which didn't happen. Yeah, she took out the daughter, but the daughter actually was forever scarred, which sucks. Not only scarred, but he controlled his daughter, freaking out too. Damn, what the fuck? So, anyways, she went to Budapest. She saw her sister. They were fighting for a moment. Then it turns out that the freaking Black Widows are now on their trail, so they had to run for it. And then they basically had to find where's the red room because she thought she took out the red room. She thought she took out Dracoff, but apparently she didn't. So now they have to try to find a red room. So they decided to go for the Red Guardian, and lo and behold, Red Guardian was. Oh yeah, I forgot. I skipped everything of where we see how they actually had. We see everything that happened when it came to the whole, somewhat what happened when it came to them being domesticated and turned into Black Widows. The fact of where they just got tranked and then they got put into a freaking damn. It just basically mirrors what happens with sex trafficking. Yeah, it does. It actually hits home when it's not me, but it hits home when it comes to sex trafficking. And this is how sex trafficking actually happens at times. Yeah, I know. It's messed the freak up. So, yeah, Red Guardian, for freaking doing what he needed to do, he got sent to prison for the rest of his life. What the fuck? And of course, he did mention the fact of where he fought Captain America, which is like, I bet it did happen. It's like, I bet it did happen. It's just that no one really knows because they shouldn't know. I mean, some people will be like, oh, it's just like the Joker, where it's like some things he said was true, some things were false, some things are just in his head. I believe Red Guardian did go against Captain America. It's just a freaking weird way of how it happened. I mean, it's like, yeah, and it deals with time travel, of course, folks, because he decided to stay with Carter. Damn it, Peggy. He decided to stay with Peggy. And since he decided to stay with Peggy, well, he has to have a new identity. But still, there is moments of where he does have to do some heroism. And I'm pretty sure he did tussle with Red Guardian, but, well, people won't believe him because, well, thank goodness they won't believe him because they believe he's still in ice. Even though he actually did went back in time and stayed there and grew old with Peggy. So it could happen, folks. It might have happened. It might have freaking damn happened. He still had to be something. It's like, I would love to see like a little bit of a like side story of Captain America during the years, you know, because there might be some moments of where he actually did do some things, even though it's like, oh gosh, the timeline, but it's like, he had no choice. He had no choice but to do it. So, anyways, yeah, so broke him out of jail. That was a freaking wild ride there. And of course, they had talked about how you become Black Widow, which is like, TMI, 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 TMI. So they basically go to the scientist, aka their mother, and they talk to her. And then lo and behold, she actually signaled for the Black Widows. And well, she eventually found her heart. The fact of where it's like, how did you keep your heart? And how, so basically, the good news is that she snapped and then made a plan of where now they have the freaking face changing technologies, which you would figure it's lost forever, but somehow it's still leaked out in the world. Hydra's still a bastard. You would figure though, Hydra would be like secretly doing some deals too, being like, we got the mind control parts again. Now we kill you. It's like, yeah, now we kill your ass. Kill the person who gave it to you. And just kill the chain until we find the ones who really stole the shit. And then kill your ass. That never happened. And it's kind of surprising that it never happened. But you would figure, hey, you got the mind control stuff. Why in the world would you try to sell the shit? Because if you do, then the ones who actually supposed to actually have it will come after your ass. So it makes sense that he kept it to himself. Even the freaking scientists knew that, yeah, they're Hydra at this point. And it's like, yep, Hydra. So they basically face swapped. So, and talked about the big deal, the big plan that's going to happen. Yelena actually had a decent heart to heart with Red Guardian because it's the fact of where it's like, it's all lies. We're not family. It was just some ploy that we had to do to actually, and it's like, it gets a little bit emotional. It truly does. But anyways, Black Widow shows up. The Black Widows dude, they come in there, of course, also Taskmaster, and they all are gathered. They all are sent. Then we find out the red room can't be found because it's in the damn ass sky. And it's like, how in the fuck did you pull that shit off? How in the fuck did you pull that shit off? It's like, when did you put it up in the damn ass sky? It's like someone had to be selling some shit. It's like someone had to do some shit. It's like lots of questions of how the fuck was that created? Lots of damn ass questions. Lots of damn questions. Not to mention the messed up part of Project Insight. If Project Insight was actually activated, I think they might have actually shot down that place. I'm pretty sure they might have shot it down. They might have freaking shot that shit down. They definitely might have. But of course, well, it got destroyed, so good to go, I guess. So, anyways, yeah, they went in there. Natasha actually played as the freaking scientist, and well, of course, Dracoff noticed, and Dracoff actually. Well, it turns out he has a pheromone that all Black Widows can't hit because, well, they're all actually subservient to his pheromones. And then we get a reveal that Taskmaster is none other than his daughter. I'm still okay with that, I guess. Yeah, and he's actually able to beat the shit out of freaking Black Widow, and she was trying to actually do that to get her nerve receptor, a smell, to get damaged, so he can't control her anymore. He can actually not. It's like as if freaking RoboCop. What's your fourth objective? I can't kill you. Yep. Meanwhile, Yelena actually was gonna get cut opened because they need to see her brain and how the antidote works so they can actually counteract it. But thank goodness they were able to be freed. Meanwhile, Red Guardian and the scientist was talking, but he thought that was Natasha. Well, there we go. And then Red Guardian actually gets to fight somewhat Captain America. Well, technically, kind of, because at first Taskmaster was like, let me fight as Black Panther, Black Panther, Black Panther. It's like, oh, damn it. He wanted to fight against freaking Captain America. Fight with him as Captain America, damn it. It's like, oh, whatever. It kind of happens, but kind of doesn't happen. Anyways, sadly, all the Black Widows, because the plan was actually take all the antidote, go to the Black Widow's room, and poof, but they all were called, so that sucks. Yeah, Yelena actually made it too late, and she almost came to the point of where almost too late to Natasha. But yeah, the freaking antidote does happen, and well, we already know that Dracoff actually has Black Widows all over the world. Yes, all around the world. Even freaking maybe what was her name? Liza Minnelli. No, not Liza Minnelli. Frick, now I got her name blocked. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, yeah, he has lots of them around the freaking damn world, and it only takes his ring to activate it. And well, she stole the ring while he was escaping, and he's like, "Oh no!" And it's like, "Yeah, too bad." His freaking group of soldiers, even though I don't know if they're women, were like, "No, no, no, we need to go to safety." So the scientist actually blew something up to where it's now going to fall down from the sky and destroy itself as if it's the comet from Sokovia. So now everyone has to freaking damn book it. It's like everyone has to book it. So the freaking Black Widows found found a way to escape. The Red Guardian, the scientist, found a way to escape. Elena's still actually out there. Black Widow actually has to download all the data so she's able to actually do it. And then of course, the Red Guardian and the scientist actually sealed Taskmaster away in a cell. But luckily, Natasha decided to freaking free her, and then she had to run for it because the freaking Taskmaster is going for her. And the good news is that she lost her, and she was able to get down to a decent platform. Yelena was able to get to Dracoff and his crew, and she does a kind of sacrificial move of destroying his freaking thing. So poof, he's dead officially. And she's now free falling to her death. Black Widow was able to, Tasha was able to grab a parachute and go down there and save her. And well, lo and behold, while falling to their kind of doom, Taskmaster is just jetting there like a freaking bullet. So she had to let go of Elena so she can actually deal with Taskmaster. And Taskmaster has yeah, let's say hit her. Well, it's a her now. Her parachute activates, so at least they both were able to fall down to the safety. And well, luckily, Black Widow actually had like one vial left, along with another vial, and sprayed her with the antidote. And now she's free. And she's like, "Is he dead?" And it's like, "Yes." So they finally are able to go at peace. The Black Widows actually came back for the scientist and Red Guardian because their freaking thing got destroyed, and Yelena was knocked out but perfectly fine. And of course, well, the good plan was to also notify Thunderbolt Ross of her whereabouts because, well, there's some messed up evil afoot. So even though it's kind of interesting of, okay, explain this, but it's like, whatever. So there's the Black Widows. There's like, now they got Black Widows who are going to free other Black Widows, and the Red Guardian along with the scientist, and Yelena went with them. So there we go. And Black Widow has to deal with this mess. So she most likely gave them the data, which means that they freed, I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out what's going on here, but it seems like she's not on the run anymore, allegedly, but she kind of is. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out how this works out, but she most likely is definitely going back on the run after clearing herself, because we find out like a week later, which I didn't talk about the friend, but she has a friend slash a contractor who gave her the Sweet Home Country trailer along with some gas, some licenses, and all that stuff. So he actually was able to give her a nice freaking ship that we saw, of course, in Avengers Infinity War. So she's going to take that, pick up Captain Rogers, pick up Captain America, and they're going to go straight to the raft where they break in, take them out, and she's going to be the wheel person, aka the fly girl, and fly them out of there. And that's what happens. Even though I technically think that Ant-Man, they said that Ant-Man took a deal. It's like, yeah, I think Ant-Man took a deal, and I think Hawkeye also took a deal. So yeah, there's two of them took a deal. Wow. Yeah, so that's basically what occurred. And of course, you know what happened in Infinity War Endgame. Now we get to the end of the trailer where we get Val. We get Val, which for people who don't know Val is, she came from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's why you should watch the damn series. Val shows up. It turns out Yelena actually is under her employ as well. So it's like, I don't understand. Val most likely is working kind of for Hydra, I think. So it's like, you're going to work for the people who actually shot you as a kid, but most likely she doesn't freaking know that part, even though she get to know that part. But she most likely doesn't know that this is the new Hydra. Well, we don't know what the frick it is, but if it is new Hydra, then it's like, dude, the previous ones that they're succeeding shot at you as a child. You should burn this freaking damn shit to the ground. And also you can notice that she is making the Dark Avengers because now she has Captain USA, which is like, well, USA Agent, which is like Red Guardian has someone to fight now. And of course we have White Widow. So they're making their own team. I don't know what's going to go on with Hawkeye. Maybe they're trying to make a deal to make him actually be like, okay, I agree, but I doubt it. So basically, Val is like, well, Hawkeye is on the list of getting assassinated, and I think you want first crack at it because he's the one who killed your sister, which is like, that's a fucking lie. She sacrificed her life. If you go to Clint and actually talk to him, he's like, it should have been me. I should have died. It should have been me. It's like, yeah. So this is most likely just set up for the Hawkeye TV show coming soon. Anyways, there we go. I needed to do this. I needed to do this movie review. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon.